Welcome to be in the garden. Welcome to be in nature. I trust you're well. I certainly am. And why not? Some more bulbs, or corms as they're often referred to plant in my garden. These are the gladioli. They're a flat bulb or corm. And as you can see, this is the base. So this is where the roots will grow from. And also some extra corms will grow from this area here over time. They're flat. Can you see that? And this is where the stem will grow from. This is one of my largest planters in the garden. For flowers, I already have some hostas in here, but the hostas themselves are dormant. They do die back in the winter and they have yet to poke up through the soil, but they will. Around the perimeter of this container, I've got the hellebore. The hellebore are pretty much evergreen, and the flowers are so fantastic. They come through the winter, so anything from November, December, and they're still flowering now. They have a lovely glossy leaf. The centre area is where the hosta resides. But what I'm going to do is just dig in little corners and see if I can put these bulbs into the soil. Gladiolis are really delicate in some regards, but they're very elegant as well. The reason why I want to plant these here is just to add some height. They can grow to as tall as 2 meters high, and I think it will just give another dimension to this particular container. Again, the colour coordination here, with the container being white and the flowers already in here from the hosta, which are slightly tinged with mauve. I think this white gladioli will complement the flowers in this particular container. So all I'm doing is digging down and burying the bulbs or the corms. I almost forgot how much I love these flowers. I've had them in the past actually in my garden. I have grown them in the past, but either they've rotted away, I'm not sure, or perhaps the squirrels or rodents have gotten to them. But this time, if I plant them here in this container, I'm hoping that I might be able to get the chance to use some of them in the summer as cut flowers. They do make excellent cut flowers, by the way, and they are quite resilient. So I'm hoping just by putting them in the container, I stand a greater chance of them surviving through the winter especially. This is the beginning of a new corm or new bulb. Over time, the original bulb will create smaller bulbs. They will grow over time as well, and that's how you get more and more flowers. Let's hope the squirrels or the rodents do not find their way to these bulbs. I'll be sure to bring you back when the plants start emerging. I think it's going to look delightful. I love primula. I think they're underestimated. At this time of year, they really are a symbol of spring is here. I want to fill out this gap by this step. And so what I'm going to do is just dig out some of the primula that have self-seeded around the lawn area. And they do look pretty in the lawn, don't get me wrong. But what I want to do is just fill the gap underneath that wooden sleeper, the wooden step. So I'm just going to gently tease them out of the lawn area. And actually you can do that with these flowers, although ideally when they stopped flowering would be a great time. But even now, the ground is moist, it's not too hot, and they can easily be divided. Look how pretty they look. So what I'm going to do is with these clumps, I'm going to divide them into smaller sizes and plant them underneath the wooden sleeper. They're a very resilient plant. They do come in lots of different colours, from light pinks to dark deep reds and purples, oranges, but I love this particular creamy white off-white shade. I think it works well in my garden. They're so resilient, as I said, but they do like and thrive in cold, damp areas as well, so they're quite a great plant for here in the UK. And I told you, I think, that they're perennials, or if I didn't, they're perennials, so they will die back somewhat in the summer, but they will always bounce back in the winter, and they last for many, many months. They're a great value for money plants. I highly recommend them. Here you can see where I'm able to divide the plants. They will bounce back so easily after the cutting, but I just want to make sure that when I divide them, that they have got roots in each of the different divisions. A clump this size can easily be divided into 2 or 3 new plants, and it won't be long before it puts on some new growth, some new leaves. See how easy it is to divide? If you can't pull it apart with your hands, then you can put 2 forks back to back and split them that way, or you can also use a shovel and just ruthlessly slice it down the middle, and trust me, there won't be any damage to the plant. They will grow back. I think this area is looking better already. It sort of ties in with the white container, but it also just gives a little bit more of a focal area underneath this step here. It's a bit of a shady area, but like I said, I'm not worried about that because this plant does well in shade, damp areas, and I think it will thrive in this corner. I think it looks better already, and it can only get better with time as they fill out. I will be sure to bring you back to show you what that will look like. But in the meantime, I want to say to you, thank you so, so much for being with me in the garden. Thank you so much for being here. Your support is very appreciated. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, but I really do hope that you keep well, you and those that you love. the beauty of the magnificent magnolia. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Do keep well.